Okay, welcome to the Cyber Chronicles. My name is Brian Stevenson, and I will be your host. We scrub the internet for the most interesting news on cyber security, so you don't have to. And this episode is ending December 29th, 2018. Thank God we made it through the holidays one more year. This, like a lot of episodes, we've got some interesting things to talk about. We're going to talk about two-factor authentication, which will save you a lot of heartache. We're going to talk about how China made the internet far less safe in 2018. We're going to talk about how your cell phone number is actually becoming one of your most critical data points you want to protect. We're going to talk about an issue warning over an Amazon email scam, and we're going to talk about how to take an entire country offline and how easy it is. So that you're going to want to stay tuned to that. Let's get started. Okay, the fifth most possible article of the week comes to us from, where the hell are we? TechCrunch.com, Cybersecurity 101. They're putting some articles together on just basic cybersecurity protection ideas. And this article says two-factor authentication can save you from hackers. If you find passwords annoying, you may not like two-factor authentication much, but security expert says it's one of the best ways to protect your online accounts. Simply put, two-factor authentication adds a second step to your usually login process. Usually use your username and password, then you'll be prompted to use a code, such as a text message or to an email, or to push to a notification to your phone. I highly recommend that you use two-factor authentication for any application that allows you to do it. For example, we use a newsletter broadcasting tool that actually gives you a discount if you use two-factor authentication, because they know that your information is much less likely to be compromised if you have two-factor authentication. Google has an app called Authenticator. I'm going to have to block it out here. Yeah, so we've got, I use that one quite a bit, but most of the applications now come with two-factor authentication. If you have it, click on it, use it. If you're not, buyer beware. Let's get on to the next article. Okay, the next article, fourth most shared article of the week of December 29th from Wired Magazine. If you didn't take advantage of their $5 a year electronic subscription, you are a moron. Great company, great magazine. Just can't talk enough about them. How China helped make the internet less safe in 2018. As democracies around the world struggle to hold back its rising tide of authoritarianism, a similar crisis unfolding online. Three factors converged this year to make 2018 the eighth straight year that global internet freedom has declined, according to an annual report by a nonprofit called Freedom House. Increasing censorship in response to information, widespread collection of personal data, and a growing number of countries emulating China's model of digital authoritarianism. So this is a great article. Pick it up, Wired Magazine, electronic. I think they're back to their $10 a year subscription, which still is a bargain. Again, they contribute a lot to our cybersecurity news, so I would highly recommend picking up that article talking about China, democracy, privacy, how they're coming in and taking people's information and using it. Pick it up, read it. We'll have the link obviously down below. Let's move on to our third most popular article of the week. Well, it looks like TechCrunch hit it out of the park this week, because two of their articles that they published were on the top 5. So Cybersecurity 101, here's the next one they recommend. Your cell phone number is becoming very important and why you should care. Assuming you have a strong password in place and using two-factor, we just talked about that, didn't we? Are you listening? Are you listening? Hello? Hello? You might think your social security number or bank account number is the most sensitive information in your life. Nowadays, hackers can do far more damage with less effort just using your cell phone number. But unlike your social security number, you're far less likely to keep your cell phone number secret. Otherwise, no one can contact you. So it's a good article to talk about. It's becoming one of the key identifiers for all of us is our cell phone number, and make sure that you use your cell phone number and protect that number for only people that need to have that cell phone number, which unfortunately is most people. So, but interesting article, pick it up. TechCrunch, we'll have the link below. Let's move on to our second most popular article of the week. Okay, our second most popular article of the week comes to our friends up north in Canada. RCMP, Manitoba RCMP, I don't know what that stands for, issued a warning over email scam targeting Amazon customers. Police say they have received multiple reports from Amazon customers about emails they received regarding suspicious purchases they did not make. Much like the standard Amazon confirmation email, the notice contains details like the cost of the item and purchasing. Once the person clicks on the details, the email directs them to a fake login site. Oh, what's this called? Phishing. And they put in your username and log in to find the information. So they're putting out a warning to people in Canada in particular. Apparently that's where they're targeting this. If you're clicking on links, you never click on a link. Send an email. If you get a warning from Amazon, Google, or all those, they're never going to ask for your password. Go directly to their websites. Don't use the emails as a way to validate what's going on. Happens quite a bit. Amazon is probably one of the most used information areas for phishing sites to occur because it's so easy because people are just still clicking on darn stuff they shouldn't click on. All right, let's move on to our #1 article of the week. Okay, our most popular article shared across the internet of the week of December 29th. I've said that like 6 times in this podcast, and I think I'm going to stop. You can take an entire country offline. It's just a matter of time. It's really just that easy. According to BusinessInsider.com, the West's biggest security weakness is old electronics and sensors that control processes in its infrastructure and industry, like, I don't know, street lights. It's not hard to take an entire country's internet offline. It's already been done twice. And hackers look for the most interesting in stealing your credit card data. Used to be most interested in stealing credit card data. Now they're looking to hobble major infrastructure like ports, power grids, and cities. Chris Roberts, so you're probably listening to this. He loves that shit. The problem is people don't realize that it's become a weapon of mass destruction. You can take a whole country down, and it can be done. It has been done. The article talks about a couple countries that have been taken over. Denial of service attacks are getting very easy to do. Well, they have been for some time now. But interesting article. Pick it up. That was our #1 article of the week. It's kind of a fear factor article, but it is a true thing, and it's just a matter of time. And once it happens, maybe people will finally wake up and realize that they're not spending a near enough attention to cybersecurity like they should be, and that's why the Cyber Chronicle exists. Okay, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to this week's article. We changed things up a little bit in our format. I'd like to thank our sponsors. I'd like to thank Proofpoint in particular. I'd like to thank FireEye. I'd like to thank Komodo. Those 3 companies have been mainstays in our podcast and really have helped us out quite a bit. We'd like to thank all of our listeners. We had a decline in subscribers like everybody did that scrubbed the internet. Not that much, and we're coming back fast and hard. We're adding subscribers 6 to 10 a day, which is amazing. Thank you so much. If you have not subscribed before, click the button down below. If you don't hit that button below, I will find you. No, I'm kidding. I can't do that. Sounded ominous, though, didn't it? Thanks, everybody, for listening. That's the week of the 29th. As always, take care out there and stay safe.